What's good? My name's Timothy Grimwade, also known as Etizz. I am a minister of the gospel. I rap, and I've got an album out right now called Sound My Soul, which is down for free download to whoever should want to peek. Yeah, man, that's what I'm doing. With the project Sound My Soul, at first, I was a hype man for Jahaza, so, and I didn't really, in serving in his ministry, I didn't have a direct plan that I was going to make an album. I know I like making music and proclaiming the gospel, but I didn't know I was going to do an album. And then, Jay actually encouraged me into, after a while of, following him around, seeing how it goes and that, doing my own thing. So I did just that and started writing away, got a gang of producers to do this, that and the third. And basically came out with the Sound My Soul at the end of it, which was just basically like my thoughts, my feelings, my beliefs, because I try and address a gang of issues in that album, but ideally it's kind of like a walkthrough from start to finish of starting off as this guy not saved, and at the end being part of the family, saving myself, the body of Christ, just celebrating with them. And it came to be free, which is probably the biggest question that goes in circles around. Basically because at this time, or I say at this time, at that time, I was in a position to be a blessing, do you know what I mean, rather than try and receive blessing from it. I was more intent on my message being heard rather than making financial gain. Yeah, where I first started rapping, I loved rap from a very early age, secular rap, and I just loved the art form of it. My next door neighbour got me into it at about 7 years old, so I listened to it for a very, very long time. And basically I never thought I could do it, myself. But like Moses with his speech impediment, not thinking that he could go forth and give the commandments of the Lord, the Lord made a way. And when I got to about 18, 19 years of age, I was basically at a very rough point in my life, and I decided to start picking up a pen to jot things down, hoping that no one would really hear me or see any of my stuff. But then one time I was just, maybe finishing off or jotting down something in school or in college, should I say. And one of my friends, who's not a Christian, saw it and said, what's that? And I said, nothing. Hey. And he was like, no, it looks like you're writing down some rhymes, let me hear. And I said, reluctantly I went ahead. And he said, you know what, and he rapped as well, and I really respected him, so I was kind of nervous. But he said, with a little practice and that, you might just have something there. So that's what happened. But then just after that, I went to a convention, Summerfest 2004, and gave my life to the Lord. So it was funny because I really didn't have no time to rap in a secular sense. I just kind of went straight into gospel rap, which now, looking back, if I'm honest, I wouldn't have just jumped in. I would have taken time to learn my word, before I went, proclaiming Jesus, because that's all I had to do. I just said, yeah, Jesus, Jesus. That's all I had back then. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really know. I didn't have a theology. I didn't know anything. So, but I suppose the Lord can work in mysterious ways. And now here I am. And on the basis of my name, Etizz, it was at that Summerfest 2004 where people, heard me start putting raps together for the Lord, and they kind of saw I had kind of evangelistic kind of presence, like I really just wanted to get it out. And so they started calling me Evangelist Tizzle. just because my name's Tim, or Timothy, as my mum would call me. And it went from there to Evangelist Etizz, to Etizz, and it just got down, and we stopped at Etizz, and some people just call me Tizz. Got the next album on the way. I'm about 5 or 6 songs in a rough format. I'm hoping to get it out by summertime, God willing, before the birth of my first child, which is due in the 21st of June, which I'm very excited about. I'm rushing around just trying to get everything together. But God willing, summertime we'll have Etizz album number 2. However, I cannot promise this time, being in a marriage and having people to provide for it, it will be free. But hey, we'll see what happens. Just to anyone who's in the faith, continue to spread the gospel that Christ is the redemption of man, and you cannot be saved by your own works, because that's what separates us, Christians, to any other kind of religion. It's all kind of a self-works thing, but we know that we've all fallen short of the glory of God, and without Christ, hell it is in a nutshell. So an encouragement to anyone who is seeing this and doesn't know Christ. I would encourage you to get to know him, obviously, but get a Bible, read it for yourself, see who Christ was.